All right, here we are in a beautiful Prescott, Arizona. Midday, looking at a very nice, we're going to walk around and tell you about it like we always do, 1940 Ford Deluxe Woody Wagon. Just a really special car. I spent quite a bit of time looking at it like I usually do. It's known to be all original wood and all original sheet metal on it. And as we go around, you'll get a pretty good feel of that. Very nicely done. This owner's owned it about two plus years. The prior owner, who was in Camp Verde, Arizona, before it came here to Prescott, Arizona, but he had owned it for 20 years, and all the wood was refinished about that time window, about 20 years ago. It is all original wood inside and out. Was refinished by Nick Alexander. We're going to kind of give you a feel. All the mahogany panels, the inserts here are all original inserts. All the wood on it is all original. We'll kind of give you a feel as we cruise around it here. I'm going to walk around the front here in just a minute. It has some nice little retro rod touches. The roof panel was done at the same time, and the drip rails. And it's literally a very meticulous car. All original in its style and stance and format and that type of thing, but underneath the hood it's got just a neat little surprise. Has a 283 out of somewhere late 50s, so it's got a retro rod feel with a Rochester 4Jet. When we get underneath the hood, you'll really appreciate what's been done to this. Otherwise, the powertrain is all factory original with 3 on the tree. It has a factory rear end with the torque tube still. The suspension's not been modified other than just enough to do a slight nose drop on the front and a little bit lowering in the rear, but other than that, it's got a factory style stance. All the sheet metal, I've been underneath it. I'll kind of give you a peek as I walk around here. You can tell a good, honest, original car, and we're going to shut doors and I'll kind of give you a feel with that as I go around here. The trim is all beautiful on it, lines up nicely. Cal vent still works. Again, we talked about underneath the hood. You gotta hang on to the video to catch underneath the hood. It is so tidy and nice. It has upgraded 15-inch wheels on it. These are factory juice brakes on it. He's got the buff sidewalls on it, so that's running boards are just beautiful. Again, all this wood is all original wood. You'll hear me highlight on that all the way around this video, but it's really important as you look at one of these because they only fit nice and original once, and this baby is really nice. When it comes to shutting this thing, he shuts them the same way every time. He just holds the handle down here, pushes it in, lets it up. Just really nice. The interior panels are also original. We'll actually cover the back here for you. It has all 3 seats. We'll talk about that as we get to the back to the passenger compartment in the rear here. All factory hardware in here. The dash is just beautiful. Underneath the dash is its factory heater. He spent a lot of time going through the factory heater and making sure it doesn't make a noise, and it just works nicely. Kind of give you a feel. It has a factory rubber mat up front here. Floor pans, all original sheet metal on this, very nice. And again, I've been to the bottom side of this car. It has a slight little dynamat here. We'll put this back down in here. It has a really nice LeBaron Bonney style leather interior and a factory reproduction style. I highly doubt it would be original, but it is a very nice original format. And again, it's been in there. It's always been in a garage. All the woodwork, the visors are beautiful. Let's see if I can capture some light here. The radio itself works too. We'll talk about that when we get over to the driver's side. All the wood in the door jambs are all original. Again, when you shut this door, you just like that. Every door shuts the same way. Very, very, very nice. All the glass on it too. I meant to cover that. I was walking around to the front, but you'll see it has all original glass in it. 1940 glass, date coated glass. So that's another indicator to give you a good feel. You'll see it there. It has just, if you look, there's a little bit of tiny D-lam right there, but you'll see the original date code and glass markings on it. I said the fenders are just beautiful inside and out. We'll get that on the undercarriage here for you when I do the walk around. We don't have a lift today, but we don't need one with this one. I rolled underneath it, took a look at all the floor pans. It's just as tidy on the bottom side as it is on the top side. Now the seat that's forward now is actually the third seat, a 2-passenger seat, which is included with it. If you're going to put all the seats in it, you'd move this seat to the rear and move the 2-passenger seat up front here. Again, buff sidewall tires. These are newer on the back. I don't know the age of the front ones, but they're within a safe range. Again, you don't just slam this door. I'll get up here where you can see it. You just push it and let it go. The wheel lips are just beautiful on it. There's no undercoating or anything hidden on this. The floor pans are just a matte black finish. The inside of the apron's the same way. Kind of give you an idea. The paint on it's just really, really beautifully maintained. Been on there 20 plus years. Full size spare in the back here. We'll open up the back end. A few segments down the video here. Again, all date coated glass. Here. And here. I love the spare tire look on the back, the factory cover on it. The roof panel is just beautiful on it. Step back and let you take a feel here. We'll walk back up. I'm going to cover the taillights here too in just a second. Now when these came out, they came out with a left-hand taillight, single taillight, only taillight. He's had a custom made, he had a friend of his custom fabricate a right-hand side taillight for it, so it's got both taillights now. He's put in a very nice vintage turn signal out of a little bit newer Ford. He's had a really nice little, it's got a custom bracket on the backside to put it here. This is a third stop brake light on it. Again, don't take away from the car, just a nice retro feel. Subtle and fun, this one. It's got nice sound to it. We'll fire up the engine for you here. Just after we do, we'll run it underneath the hood, that kind of thing. Has carpet in the rear, just like it would have from the factory. It has carpet in the rear and it has a rubber mat in the front. Again, date coating on the glass. You'll see just a minor amount of D-lam, but it has a factory date code there and a factory date code there. All the wood panels on the interior are original. Weather strips are nice. Woodies can get creaky if they're redone. You know, you can hear the wood creak, but when they're original like this, it's had its entire life to settle nicely and climatize. It's up here in the high desert, so there is some humidity up here. But the same thing with the shut of this door. Kind of give you, you'll see all the get down here, give you some more detail. I notice things as I go around. Factory fuel fills right here. Again, just shuts nice. We'll get you inside the driver's side here. He's done a, I believe it was late 40s.
Late 40s, early 50s.
Yeah, turn signal. He used a and he finished it the factory color, that type of thing. Deluxe steering wheel. It's got ashtrays in it. All the factory pedals and heater like we talked about. I showed you on the other side. Very, very tidy in here. Adjustable front seat. There's the adjustment right there. Even has the door straps on it. The front header bow here is super nice. Again, all original wood. Wow. This radio is an update. It's a factory style, but it's been updated. It's just an AM/FM radio up here, which is functional. It has been updated with a classic instruments gauge cluster, which is going to give you a tack. You know, it gives you all the hot rod gauges you want: fuel, temp, oil, volts. Again, 3 on the tree. He has green little LED lights on when this thing just starts right up. Wait till you hear it underneath the hood. It only idles about 600–700 RPM. I actually let you hear it run a couple times. E-brake's on, emergency brake works. Alright, my favorite part as always is getting underneath the hood. This one's just super tidy. Probably mentioned that during the walk around. Very nicely done, retro rod style. Everything has its place. You can tell meticulous owner as we look at it here. 283 Chevy, the chassis numbers are 3959532, which would categorize it as a 56 all the way up to about 65 283 V8. It was completely gone through when the engine or the powertrain was gone through when this is done more than 20 years ago, but it has limited miles on it. Small camshaft in it, nothing excessive. Just a little bit of RV type thump. It has a Hurst engine mount here. It's hung from the front. I don't know what adapter they used or bell housing they used, but we'll probably be able to get some more information as the weekend goes on here. I'm going to visit with the gentleman that owned it 20 years before this. Very nice cloth covered wiring, and then an updated PowerMaster generator. It looks like a generator, but it's actually an alternator. Nice flex cooling fan, factory style feel underneath the hood here. Has a Rochester 4-jet carburetor, which would have been correct for like a 57 Chevy or in that window. Petronix flamethrower ignition on it, electronic ignition. Factory GM ram horn cast exhaust manifolds with dual exhaust. 3-speed on the column transmission. Factory torque tube rear end. You'll see all the wiring's tidy. Again, early distributor, early carburetor. See how the heater hose is fully functional, but he's done all the shrink type fittings to keep it nice and clean and tidy here. Bottom side of the hood is a good fit for the car, just nice character. This voltage regulator, because of the power gen alternator on it, is just a dummy, so it's wired up dummy, so it retains that good authentic look. Anyway, we're going to fire it up here for you in just a minute, let you hear it run. Starts right up, purrs like a kitten, mild cam like we talked about. Probably only idling about 600 or 700 RPMs. Very cool. Years of tuning, that's how I knew that. Very nice. We'll go around to the back and we'll let Jim fire it up here for it. Rev it up a little bit so you can hear the Smitties and the dual exhaust. Let her rip. Very nice. Here. As we talked about during the walk around, he does have the second seat, which would move that seat farther back. He has the third seat up forward. All this wood is original, like we talked about. You get to see the inside. You see the character here. Man, if wood could tell a story. Get some light in the camera there. All right, we'll get you to the undercarriage. We really don't have a lift today to get it up on the lift, but I can tell you I rolled around on his garage floor, which is spotless, by the way. and took a really good look at all the floor pans and back. Has an electric fuel pump on it, factory rear differential, torque tube, 3-speed transmission, factory juice brakes, factory style fuel tank. Might be a little bit of a long video, but I really want to kind of give you a feel of how nice and original this car is. Very nicely done exhaust, finished in a matte black. Smitty mufflers. Again, factory hydraulic brakes. We're going to give you a peek inside these fenders to give you a feel. Yeah, it's hard to get in there, but I can tell you I've been up underneath there. There's no undercoating, nothing hidden. You'll see the Smitty mufflers, gives it that nice retro rod feel, sound. But it's super quiet when it's idling. You've already heard it run a bunch of times. If you're interested in this car, thanks for sticking around and listening to me. Front suspension just has a minor adjustment. It's not been altered from its factory other than a spring adjustment. Still has gator wraps on the spring covers on it. Factory steering. These cars actually ride very nice with a multi-leaf buggy spring in the front. Stabilizer bar's been added to it. So just, again, little subtle changes here and there. I know I'm not going to catch everything. We'll have a list at Spud's Garage. You'll see the bottom side of the 283. Again, the exhaust. Smitty mufflers. Really clean underneath. Drive it. All right. Thanks for listening to me. All right, he's taking it back to his garage. Could be going to your garage. Make sure you go to Spud's Garage. Have a great day.